So here's his right. He says, black labor, white wealth, powernomics, black economics, and blueprint for black power are better reads. He says it's another condescending attempt to address the problems of the black community by a right-wing nut job. So this is, and I'm like, look at, so he listed these books that are better. So I say, you know what? Let's look up these books. So let's do that. We're going to look up black labor, white power, white wealth. Sorry. This was written by Claude Anderson, and it was written in 1994. Okay, so that's like 22 years ago. Let's look up another one. Powernomics. Everything power. Power Master 40. Power this. A national plan to empower black America. Okay, Dr. Claude Anderson. Okay, the same guy who wrote his book back in 1994. This one is from 2001. This is 14 years old. On a 5-year plan, a prosperous, empowered race, self-sufficient, competitive group, 2000. Okay, so it says right here, it's a plan to make black America a prosperous and empowered race that is self-sufficient and competitive as a group by 2005. So that has failed. Blacks, I'm just seeing if it's doesn't provide, the description doesn't provide a lot more than just what the book aims and intends to do. All right, another one, black economics. Look that up. Black economics. Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu. This is in September of 2002, so again, about 14 years old. And what was the final book he recommended? Blueprint for Black Power. Blueprint for Black Power. Written by... I want to get the author right. These are all highly ranked, by the way. They're not, and maybe not as popular. Oh, Amos N. Wilson. They all have like 45, 50 reviews, so they're not terribly popular, but they're highly rated. And this was written in 1998. Okay. Let me ask people this. These books are between 20 and 15 years old. Has any progress been made in closing the gap between black and white standards of living? See, here's what it is. This is nothing more than the same shit they've been trying since the Great Society. It's just more. And I haven't read the books, and some of the books could be very good, but I'm going to assume it prescribes the exact same prescription we've been trying to give the black community since 1968. Evil whitey is discriminating against you. You need assistance. You need affirmative action. You need a government handout. You need WIC. You need EBT. Right? My simple point is that neither have worked. And it's a simple question. It's the question that all people got to ask when the Democrats give you an idea or a solution. Is this a sweet, pretty, good-feeling lie? Or is it the harsh truth that's going to end up in practical results? And it's a decision, not just blacks, but everybody has to make in every aspect of your life. Okay, I'll say it again. Fat ladies. The harsh truth is most men don't like fat women. And you're going to suffer a lesser life for it, both in terms of romance, physicality, and health, if you don't lose the weight. Okay? That's the truth. Now that's harsh, and that means the road you got to go down is hard. Dieting, exercising, working out. I know, I do it, and I'm not in great shape, but at least I'm not fat. But I hate the gym. I understand it sucks. But the reality is, you're going to be more successful down the road if you work out, diet, and be an attractive woman than if you're a fat fucking slob. To the black community, same thing. I have 2 pills. One on the left, one on the right. The one on the left says, it's not your fault, it's evil whitey, same shit, same shit, same shit. Matter of fact, you're incredibly familiar with this pill because you've been taking it every day since 1968. And this medicine we give you, this pill, has not seemed to close the gap at all. Oh, blacks have certainly advanced and progressed, but that's because everybody has. You know, it's the, you know, we can't prevent you from having cell phones. You know, you certainly have access to the same cars. I mean, the computers, it's all the same. You know, the goods are going to increase your standards of living. But as a percentage of white standards of living, that gap is not closed. Now, on my right hand, here's a different pill. You've never taken this pill before. It's not the same pill you've been taking before, but it promises, or at least claims to, close the gap. Now, the left pill tastes like sweet, sweet chocolate with ice cream and Jimmy's and maraschino cherries with a dash of amaretto. It's a really sweet tasting pill, but it hasn't done jack shit for you. This pill tastes like sheep shit, which is the crappiest, lousiest smelling shit, because I used to shovel shit for a living at a greenhouse. We'd mix shit, and sheep shit is the smelliest of all manures. Trust you me. And it not only smells like sheep shit, but donkey ass and vagina excrement. And it's going to be a really harsh pill to take. It's going to really suck. But unlike the previous 4, 5, 6 decades that has not worked, this pill might work. And so while you got to embrace the suck taking this pill, you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to admit that it's not always whitey and males keeping you down. That it's maybe having 70% of your kids out of wedlock that might be fucking you up. It may have been kicking men out of the black community and replacing it with a government check that might have had something to do with it. Maybe the lack of fathers. It may be the defeatism and the victimization and the woe is meism that has led blacks into a state of immobility and indifference and apathy where it's like, why should I fucking get up in the morning? That becomes then a self-fulfilling prophecy. So get off your lazy motherfucking self-pitying ass. You get that swift kick in the ass. You go out and you kick ass. And you don't let anybody, yes, okay, fine, Whitey might be discriminating against you. But for the love of God, don't let them win. Don't let the real racists win by you saying, yeah, fuck it, I guess I can't try, because then they do, because then you don't try. Take this harsh pill. Just try it once. Major in STEM. Stay the fuck out of debt. Don't get into crime or drugs. Don't knock up some fucking street whore. And then go live your life and see, okay, still may be discriminated against, but see if that doesn't close the gap better than bitching and whining and moaning and, oh, it's the evil white man. Again, choose. Alright? Because I got news for you. These books, again, in all intellectual honesty, I can't say I've read them. But I'm theorizing, I'm guessing, and if any time, I would love to have these gentlemen on the podcast if I could learn how to record quality audio on Skype. Or maybe they could write an argument, or I would love nothing more, because I think they do have their hearts in the right place. Otherwise, they wouldn't have taken the time to write a book. I mean, it's kind of an endeavor. But how much you want to bet it's the same fucking slop? Oh, we're discriminating against. We need more money. We need reparations. Yeah, da. The same fucking bullshit. The same fucking sweet-tasting amaretto-laced chocolate with sprinkles and Jimmy's and fudge pill that tasted so sweet but did absolutely jack fucking shit to close the income gap between whites and blacks. Because it's been around. Those books have been around. At any point in time, they could have made it. At any point in time, if these books were going to work, blacks would have been making progress. That gap, income per capita, life expectancy, all the other measures that I go through and highlight in my book, showing the true gap between black men and white men, that would have started dissipating. It hasn't. It's a simple question. Do you want to do what feels good, or do you want to do what works? Do you want to read Oprah and read the women's magazine and go into fat acceptance? Or do you want to hit the gym and eat broccoli? Do you want to major in fluffy puppy unicorn studies and do what you love and maybe intern and go overseas and study abroad? Or do you want to hit the fucking books, learn engineering, learn chemistry, learn statistics, and go out and become an electrical or chemical engineer? It's not... If there's one thing I wish I could convey to everybody, the solution to success is not hard. It's the execution. That's what it is. You know what to do. You know what to do. You gotta work your ass off. You gotta go and get a skill that is rare and hard and difficult to get, but is sought after. Computer programming, perfect example. Nobody really enjoys programming computers. But by God, they certainly are in demand, aren't they? Because everything is contingent upon the code that they write. So what do? Sit and lollygag and woe is me, oh, I deserve money. Government should do more to close the gap between women. Oh, you fucking broads with Hillary Clinton. The war on, shut the fuck up with your war on women. You're the most spoiled group of people ever in the history of fucking ever. Ever. More money and wealth because men live shorter life expectancies and Social Security and all these other real math-based economic things. You have so much fucking wealth, it is a goddamn joke. Do not tell us you are oppressed. The only reason you bitch and whine so much is because you're the most spoiled, rotten brat, the group of people that has ever been seen in this history of the world. The history of the world. So, and I know I'm preaching to the choir with my black brothers that are out here, and you guys listen. You know, I don't, but it's more the philosophical and the understanding, and I just want to point out the troll of the week, kind of what we're up against. Does it work? Simple question. Does it work? If it doesn't work, why are you doing it? I know why, because it feels good. Your ego doesn't get shattered. You get to keep your pride. It's a false pride. There's nothing proud to be about. You haven't done anything. A course of inaction and complaining and whining. And look, I could even understand if you believe that there's discrimination and there's a thing as white privilege, et cetera, et cetera. There's a teacher over in St. Paul. He was on the news recently because he got sick and tired of the crap that was going on in his school. And because he's black, he could get away with criticizing the superintendent and all that. So now the media's attention on him. But even though he and I would disagree on the level or extent of racism and is there such a thing as white privilege, et cetera, he has the other side of the formula as well, which is we're going to come to my class, you're going to sit the fuck down, we're going to study, we're going to learn, we're going to improve our lives. He doesn't succumb to the victimhood of woe is meism. He says, yes, this is an uphill battle. Yes. We have this wind going against us. But you know what? That wind is not going away. I was born short. I have to try harder than tall guys to get women. Somebody was born, I don't know, I'm trying to think, with bad vision. They're going to have to try harder to become an archer or a marksman. Right? You were born black. You may face some discrimination. Neither you nor I nor the short person or the person with bad vision could change any of these things. We were born with these traits. This is the hand we've been dealt, and we got to play it to the best of our ability. And if I just lie there like a virgin till I'm short, girls don't like to me because I'm short, fuck women, you're damn right. Then your failure in life becomes a reality. Then it does become a self-fulfilling prophecy. But if you say, yes, I am short. Yes, I am black. Or yes, I have bad vision. But I'm still going to try my best because I owe myself at least that much. See if that doesn't close the fucking gap. Then sitting there, oh, poor me, boo frickin' who, and yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, maybe those books are good. I don't know. I mean, have any of you guys, we do have quite a large listener of young black males. I'd be curious if any of you guys read it. But my point is, I'm wondering if these books are just same of the same old shit. Same of the same old, ice cream, sugar, happy, good feeling pill. And not of the harsh, desperately needed, what was it? Sheep shit, donkey ass, vagina excrement tasting pill. It is. And it is that harsh. It is. It is. It's not fun. You don't want to look and say, how much work I gotta do? Fuck. To go from this kind of happy life of, oh yeah, it's pointless. It's not my fault. Well, fuck it. I'll just go collect the government check. Nothing else I can do. That is kind of a leisurely lifestyle. Even though you may not be driving Ferraris or whatever. It is kind of a leisure. And then you say, wait a minute. What do I gotta do to be successful? And white people do this too? And the Asians especially? Oh, fuck. What's calculus? Oh, this is calculus. Oh, Jesus, my head hurts. But then you're right, then you're there. Then you're like, hey, check this out, man. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a fucking doctor. Look at me, I'm an astronaut. Yeah, calculus still sucks. Still haven't used it for shit, but I still went through it. It did taste like sheep shit with a hint of vagina extract. Yes, it did. Did you notice the subtle tones? The subtle tones of donkey ass in that pill? Alright, let's get some other sponsors out of the way. The black man's guide out, we're talking about black man's guide out of poverty. If you, or somebody you care about, who's gonna be open to the idea of reading this book, please get it. Okay, it's a no bullshit. Obviously, you've probably figured that out by my tone. I don't beat around the bush. And I told you, what's this book gonna be like? It's gonna be like taking a pill that tastes like sheep shit, a bit of donkey ass, and just a hint of vaginal extract.